Hey guys, we're at the launch of Samsung's brand new flagship tablet series called Tablet S. So now they borrowed the S from the Galaxy S series, which is popularly considered as their flagship, apart from the Note series of course. They've released the 10.5 inch and the 8.4 inch tablets. So you're looking at the 10.5 inch right here, and this competes head-on with the iPad Air. Now we're going to give you a quick overview of this tablet right here. We also will try to tell you the difference with this with the iPad Air. So let's get started. The first thing you would notice is the gorgeous display. I'm going to show you the display once I switch on just the front part here. So it has 10.5 inch diagonal, as I told you. On top you have the front cameras and your proximity sensors and notification lights and stuff, and below you have the popular Samsung shortkeys, the home button, hard, and then two soft keys, the back and the recent menu button. Now this guy has a 2560 by 1600 pixels of resolution, which is much more than iPad's 2068 by about 1500 pixels resolution. So it's about, I would say, 1.5 times more better than the iPad display. Also, there's another USP of this device is the incredible thickness. It's only 6.6 mm thin compared to the 7.5 mm of the iPad Air. Now, as far as I remember, it's only the Xperia Z with 6.5 mm thin is kind of the only thinner tablet. But apart from that, I think this guy is the thinnest tablet right now in the world. Then let's take a look at the sides. So you have that 3.5 mm jack here, then your speaker grill. Here you have the mouthpiece and nothing much below. On this side you have the micro USB port, you have the SIM card slot, the micro SD card slot here, another speaker grill. So this guy supports speaker sound output. On top you have you see the power button and the volume rocker here, and then your IR blaster. Now this guy is tied up, so I cannot show them to you very properly, but you can see right now those. The usual array of buttons that we've come to see on the Galaxy Note 10.1. This guy is incredibly light as well. This is also a lighter, but just about lighter, about 265 grams compared to the iPad Air's 268 grams. So spec wise, the model here in India and Asia market will be powered by a 1.9 gig quad core plus a 1.3 gig quad core Exynos processor. The one you would see on the LTE version, basically this is not the LTE version. The LTE version that you would find in the Western markets will be powered by a Snapdragon 800 chipset. Samsung has always maintained that difference. Now both of these Galaxy Tab S are powered by Android 4.4 KitKat, and it has Samsung's popular magazine UX, which is quite light actually. But then I guess if you have all these loaded and you'll have sync on and other widgets, then it might just lag a bit, but we'll have to check that when this device comes to our lab for full review. Samsung says that this is quite light and it should probably match the easiness and speed of the iPad UI. And so far I cannot see any lag at all, and we have all the home pages filled with widgets here. Yeah, so you can simply go ahead and you can add your wallpapers and widgets, and that's how this is docked, so it's not gonna go away. You can add various widgets out here. Yes, you can have various news and articles and other stuffs, and then your notification bar there I can set it to, and then you also have a toolbox that came with the Galaxy S5. You can over any application you can quickly drag them and use those like that. And then you see you also have S Finder and Quick Connect and other things. So long press on the home key and you'll go to the Google now, and then that's the recent app menu. You can drag it up to kill all. You also have a close all button, and you can straight away go to the task manager to kill all the apps. Nothing happens when you long press or double press on the back button. And then you have your collection of apps. You have your usual Google Android apps plus Samsung's in-house apps, all of those. So not many bloatware apart from the Samsung ones, but Samsung has a lot of in-house apps that are loaded in almost all of their Android devices, and you'll find almost all here as well. And you also have some popular third-party apps like Evernote, and you see Magster, and MyPlex is a new app that will give you 6 months free of movie streaming free. And then Hancom Office Viewer that came with the new Galaxy Tab, last Galaxy Tab. This is one of the most complete office application in the world right now. You also can, although this is only viewer, but you can go ahead and install the Pro version, the full version for free. And you have Business Week Plus and other usual apps. So let's go ahead and check out some of the apps, but first we'll check out the camera. So 8MP autofocus camera, one of the best cameras in a tablet, at least as far as the megapixel count is concerned. And it autofocuses quite fast, really. Let's see. And even the micro mode is very good, because this is I'm focusing on this, which is pretty close, but it's still being able to focus on the device here. So you can switch between your front and back camera here, the flash settings, and then your full settings. There's a 6MP. So I'm in the widescreen mode, that's why it's 6MP, but if you want to go to the aspect ratio of 4:3, you can click at full 8MP, but you can see the area here goes black because your picture now become a 4:3 aspect ratio. You can record at a full HD, you see, and HD. Then you have burst shot off or on, your metering mode, the usual options really, and you can click it from here. Let's say once you so it's not entirely lag free, it's taking some time, about a second, to process the photo. Yeah, and then you can quickly go ahead and start shooting from here. You can also click stills while recording videos. Yeah, you also have various modes, the usual Samsung modes, auto and beauty face. You have short and more and panorama and HDR and all. You can also download additional ones, like in the case of the Galaxy S5. Yeah? And let's go ahead and check the display now a bit. The display is one of the USP of this device, and you can see it has amazing viewing angle, almost 180-degree out here. Yeah, and also the Super AMOLED 10.5-inch display covers more than 90% of Adobe RGB color gamuts. Plus it also has a brilliant contrast ratio of 1:1. Can you beat that? Let's check out the setting ones. So you have the usual connection settings here, and then your device settings, toolbox and motions, and then the general settings. And you can add all these accounts. WebEx is also there for your conferences and stuff. And then you have storage. Yeah, so this guy comes in 16GB and 32GB version, as opposed to the iPad Air, which comes in 4 versions, 16, 32, 64 and 128. But this guy supports a microSD card slot which will support up to 128GB of external storage. So basically you can simply buy a 16GB version, which is much cheaper, which starts at about $500 and then you can use a cheap microSD card to basically get the same storage amount as the iPad Air provides, which is a much cheaper option, obviously. Then let's check out the about device. There's the 4.4.2 KitKat, the latest one, and then Galaxy Tab S. Let's go ahead and check out some other apps. For example, the dialer, visual dialer there. You can always have your video calls and even voice call via speaker actually. The internet is same as Galaxy S5's browser, and it's connected. It's pretty slow out here, but you'd see that it renders the web page at almost desktop grade. See, and there is absolutely no lag. And there's, you open National Geographic and you can view it as if you're viewing on your desktop. Brilliant display. And you can see the colors, the black are very, very dark. That's the quality of a very good Super AMOLED screen. You can also pinching zoom very easily, very smooth. You can also double tap to go in. But apart from that, you have your usual options, settings and stuff. We'll quickly go ahead and do an HTML5 test, and see how much it scores there. $475 out of $555, which is more than decent. So that's about the browser really. Then you have your music and gallery. I'll just give you an overview. You all have the folders. You will also have the mood specific music synchronizations there. Let's see. All the albums and photos are arranged instead. You can also edit them in-house. However, you cannot batch edit them. You have Paper Garden, which is not yet available in India though. You have SiteSync 3.0, with which you can mirror your phone, your Samsung phone on this tablet. You can also mirror this tablet onto your desktop if you have SiteSync desktop installed there. You have Remote PC and WebEx for conferencing, and the usual Google apps there. You see the usual Google apps. You have Business Week Plus that came with the Galaxy S5 as well, Flipboard, and then Hancom, as I told you. Netflix. Now Netflix is also not available in India. This was launched with the global version. It won't come with India, but you have the parallel app called MyPlex, and here you, with the help of the MyPlex also, you can stream high definition movies. There's a movie here available for streaming. You can have this movie rented for 100 HD movies for 6 months for free, and then that's a new app, brand new UI and stuff. So we'll give you more detail about this when this device comes to our lab for full review. And there's a Hancom Office Updater, with which you can download the professional the editing versions. You only have the viewer by default pre-installed. So that's about the apps. Only 2 pages of apps really, so no bloatware like that, not even Twitter and Facebook. And you can see the gorgeous display edge to edge. There is no fuzziness even on the sides. You can see even these leaves here look just detailed enough. So the crispness actually expands throughout the display, which is one of the things that I absolutely love about this Super AMOLED screen. And the viewing angle is amazing. Yeah. Let's go ahead and check out how the magazine reading viewing experience is. So we'll go to Magstar, and as you already have a preview. And although it's a 16:10 aspect ratio display, but then you can see you can read the text and all very nicely, and they don't pixel it. You can also zoom in. Yeah. One good thing about this display is that this is not yellowish, because it's a Super AMOLED screen. It has that very bright white tint that you also see on the iPad, which is great for magazine reading experience. There's no yellow tint here, which is amazing. The texts are very clear. And then of course you have the multi-window feature, and you can open 2 windows here, unlike the Tab Pro where you could open 4 windows. Yeah, but Tab Pro was like 12.2 inches to 10.5 inch. So for some reason Samsung has decided to keep 2 windows, but then you do not need more than 2 windows really, and you can have all these options and stuff. Yeah, so that's it guys, the brilliant gorgeous Galaxy Tab S 10.5 inch. Now it's available in India immediately for an INR of 44,800. In US it's available for starting $500 for the Wi-Fi only version. Here it comes with the 3G, I mean it's a 3G version as well, because you've seen the microSD card slot here. I'm not sure whether the Wi-Fi only version will be available in India, but for now Wi-Fi plus 3G for 44,800.